Welcome to this short session on how to change your limiting beliefs. You may find it useful to watch the videos leading up to this one in our series on how to identify the cause and effect of your personal blind spot, as well as how to change limiting beliefs first. Anyway, now that you're watching, let's go ahead and jump right into our quick belief change process. In our executive coaching practice, we use a combination of proven, tried and tested techniques to create quick, effective, sustainable change, both for individuals at a personal level as well as for entire organizations. As a short recap from our earlier videos, it's important to realize that our beliefs and values are powerful perceptual filters, which actively shape and define our reality. Furthermore, our implicit subconscious beliefs and programs are able to overrule our explicit conscious counterparts. Often, if we can identify and change the most important and powerful implicit belief that rules an entire cluster of beliefs, we can create massive, lasting change in an instant. Creating or changing your beliefs, values, and standards at the explicit, conscious level usually creates what we call evolutionary, incremental change. Your implicit beliefs are the fundamental software programs active in your subconscious mind, which effectively determine and drive your behaviors. Any change you make here is bound to have a revolutionary, transformational effect. The first step in this process is to identify and define the belief you want to address. This is usually fairly easy where explicit conscious beliefs are concerned. However, many of these conscious beliefs are aspirational by nature, talking more about what we would like to be, do, have, and achieve, rather than what is going on in reality. Many of these beliefs have the quality of make-believe, of personal fairy stories, of faking it until you hopefully make it someday in the sweet by and by. Discussing and assessing these conscious beliefs can be an interesting, intellectually stimulating way to pass your time. Many business consultants earn a lot of money developing wonderful corporate value statements, which they then print up on glossy brochures and pretty websites. Interestingly, all of these corporate value statements somehow seem to sound alike. We believe in leadership, stewardship, citizenship, ecology, diversity, and inclusion. Sadly, much of this often ends up as being no more than lip service. All this usually does is to make the gap between where you are and where you wish to be seem even greater, more infuriating and frustrating. What you really need to do in order to create satisfying, sustainable, successful change is to go below the surface. You need to delve deeper into your subconscious mind to elicit the implicit values and beliefs that are really driving and shaping your life. The second step in our process involves analyzing and assessing the cause and effect for each value or belief you wish to change, taking into account the interdependencies, hierarchies, and the systemic ecology of these perceptual filters. Especially when trying to elicit the implicit values and beliefs, it makes sense to observe what really happens, to watch for behavioral patterns and trigger moments that set off habitual responses. In our executive coaching practice, we invite our clients to take a Berkman test too, which allows us to quickly surface, validate, and assess the individual person's true fundamental beliefs and values. However, spending a lot of time delving into the deep regions of the subconscious mind, sorting through messy and often traumatic experiences of the past to find the original cause of today's limiting belief or other sabotage factors is not always necessary or even beneficial. Sometimes the perfect solution doesn't even care what caused the problem in the first place. Frankly, At this stage in the process, we have often found that it is better to focus on creating a positive new belief, installing a healthy new habit, or embedding a better, more effective new behavioral response linked to the hot button triggers that used to set off the negative downward spiral. We strongly recommend that you should focus on only one belief or value you want to change at a time when applying the quick belief change process. It makes sense to work on important core beliefs to generate a larger effect, but you will always need to take into account the systemic interdependencies. Once you have picked a belief you want to create, modify, or reprogram, you should first articulate it in a short, positive phrase or hypothesis that makes sense to you. Write it down and read it out aloud several times, checking how you feel and what you sense whilst doing so. This is important, for based on our experience, we have found that the subconscious mind does not really seem to operate based on words. You may have learned from other self-development experts that you need to hammer in the new belief by stating it over and over and over again. Our educated guess is that such affirmations, declarations, incantations, and mantras work primarily due to the associated emotions, the passion and state of being, the imagery and symbols involved, as well as other sensations and thought patterns which are activated in the process of stating them. So the key in the next step is to enter into a conversation with your subconscious mind using a language that it understands well, planning, visualizing, and test driving your new belief several times in your mind first before actually putting it into practice. This involves designing proof of concept or practice scenarios deliberately, in which you can test your new belief in the context of moderately challenging situations, ideally simulating or creating the crucial moments when your new belief or value should come into effect. When test driving your new value or behavior in your mind first, make sure that you have the right skills, competencies, resources, and inner motivation which will enable and allow you to take effective, focused action in real life. If you discern any gaps in your current resources, plan and visualize how you can best access and acquire them. Keep a lookout for more elegant, effective, graceful ways of shaping your perceptual filters in order to achieve the desired results. Then, test your hypothesis, your new or refined belief you wish to use as a software program in your subconscious mind going forward by taking action, assessing the process, effect and results, refining or reinforcing your approach, or the definition of your new value or belief based on the feedback received, and hone it until it produces the desired result. Make sure the action you take is flowful. Get into a positive state. Give your proof of concept your very best shot, and check for any inner resistance or signs of self-sabotage whilst doing so. And finally, we suggest that you should use this process an ongoing feedback cycle, as especially for deeply ingrained implicit beliefs, you may need to cycle through this process several times before the new value, belief, or habit really takes root. Work on one value, belief, or habit at a time, until it has dropped down well below the level of consciousness into your subconscious mind, where it works on full autopilot mode. Only then should you start working on the next belief, value, or habit you wish to change. Make sure you get it right once and for all before moving on. In the end, whatever approach you choose to change your limiting beliefs, it's the quality of your results that really counts. According to our experience, the best results are achieved if you're able to create a sense of total alignment between your explicit and implicit belief systems with a set of healthy, positive, emotionally charged objectives to maintain your focus. For more information, check out the techniques and self-paced learning classes provided in our Elegant Success Academy website.